Alright, well this is round 2 on the calibration of an MS400. Took saw out and cut some wood with it. Saw seems to run just fine, no issues there. Didn't act funny at all. Would just like to do the calibration on it. Read some data and take some notes. Saw is still warm from cutting wood, so we're just going to run a quick calibration or attempt to and see what happens here. I know some of you guys are thinking, oh geez, these dang saws, they ain't worth it and we don't want them. And these things do perform better than a stock carbureted saw. I've ported them both, run them both, done different things with both, and the M-tronics will always outperform them. So that's why I prefer them. I like the saws. I also like the idea that I can send a saw off with somebody and I don't have to worry about them messing with the carburetor too much, you know. So everything has its advantages and disadvantages, and it's just modern technology and little quirks on the way. When we figure them all out in time, they ain't no different than the new cars. Well, there it is. That's how it's supposed to work. Sometimes these things get confused. Take it out, run it, bring it back, and it somewhat fixes itself. I screwed up here. But yeah, it's they're not horrible. It's just quirky little things that just don't seem to work the way the quirky little things should work, you know. I can't explain it. All I done with it was, you know, take it out, cut some wood with it, let it idle a minute, cut some more wood with it, and now it's working.
Who are you talking to?
My phone,
Why?
because I'm making a video. Grandson's come to see me, see what I'm doing. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Function, come on. Well, you. All right, maybe we'll get some data out of it. I like to see what the fuel settings are at, and then it tells me how many hours is on the saw and that kind of stuff. This one's got it was a little over 2 hours, I think, when I looked at it. 2 hours 18 minutes. My idle speed settings at 69 and my full throttle settings at 70, slightly higher than what it was when it was stock, and that's to be expected. Giving it a little bit more fuel for the performance we're adding into it, but it's not a lot of fuel. I believe the high speed was 68 before, so that's only a couple of points. And if you look at the level of performance that you get out of it for a small change in fuel economy, it's well worth it. You're going to get more wood cut, less time, and if you look at fuel mileage as cords of wood produced per gallon of gas, ported saw will produce more wood on a gallon of gas. If you're looking at how long does it take the saw to run out of gas when you fill it up, ported saw will always run out of gas sooner, but it's producing more wood in less time, so it's a win-win all the way around. So just thought I'd share some of this stuff with you on the MGD stuff, and I know there's guys out there that have questions on this stuff and are afraid of these saws. You can do other kinds of tests on here. I don't use much of that anymore. I did some of these solenoid tests. It's a complicated, complex thing to do, but if you follow the instructions very close, it works. It tells you if that solenoid is leaking or not, but that's really all it tells you. It doesn't really tell you if it's functioning completely properly, but it does tell you if it's leaking or not. But you got to do a pressure vacuum test through the whole system at the same time that you're running it on here. And there's some electrical diagnosis stuff. I'm going to play with some of that some more. We get a couple saws that just want to die for no reason, randomly, and really can't find a solution to run down and find the exact cause of that. And we still end up guessing a lot to figure that stuff out. And the problem is it's not always the same problem. So, sometimes it's a solenoid, sometimes it's a wire, sometimes it's a coil, it's always a guess. And if we have more than one saw or we have some spare parts, then we do some swaptronics until we narrow it down and figure it out. But anyways, till the next one.